And obviously, and very interestingly, you can see here that bacillus-based probiotic were able really to colonize the top of the villi, which is one of the more sensitive parts of the chicken from an intestinal standpoint. And very interestingly, this is exactly the right spot to be. Why? Because, of course, this is a door of entry of different pathogens, perfringens, salmonella, E. coli, but also this is one of the more sensitive parts for the absorption of nutrients. And now we understand better why. Typically, for many years, you can see many publications showing that when we use probiotics, we see typically an increase in the absorption surface, an increase in the length of the villi in the gut. And probably this is one of the explanations by this protection and biofilm of the top of the villi and the epithelium of the chickens. So you may say, okay, how do they do that? Because we give these probiotics. So indeed, there is a secret in the bacteria. This is called quorum sensing. And just to make it easier to understand, it's basically the SMS system. Imagine that two bacteria has a smartphone and they text a SMS. Hey, you know what? There is a nice place to live here. Okay, really? Yes, please come and join. And the other bacteria receives the SMS and join. And that's how they start to multiply and colonize any kind of media indeed. So of course, bacteria, they don't have a smartphone, and they use auto-inducers. So they are small molecules you can see which are produced in phase 1 and 2. They are released in the media, so here in the intestine, in phase 3. And of course, another bacteria has to have a smartphone able to read these molecules. So they are not called smartphones, but they are called receptors. And based on that, they can communicate each other without touching each other. And interestingly, we know that Bacillus subtilis have this kind of receptors and inducers in their gene potentials.